Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Let's go to the satsang, powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang, third eye and abundance.
One of the wrong beliefs you are all made to believe is, if you have wealth, you can't have health. If you have health, you can't have wealth. If you have energy, you can't have money. If you have, by the time you have money, you will not have energy. It's the worst delusion you are made to believe, which is not right. Just retain energy. Wealth will happen simply around you. Complete the incompletions you have stored against abundance. If you carry the idea, oh, if I become wealthy, I may become arrogant. I have seen many wealthy people becoming arrogant, abusive. If you carry that idea, you will never allow the wealth to become part of you. Go deeper into your cognition, biomemory, where the cognitions are stored, biomemory. And remove the cognitions you have against abundance. Boredom. If you complete that, you can manifest multiple powers which will just attract. Please understand, you carry certain magnetic power, magnetic energy field in your biomemory, which is responsible for attracting the type of people, situations around you in your life. Sometimes people come and tell me, I all the time attract the people who abuse me, Swamiji. Means you are enjoying it. You are very happy about that victim feeling. You think that is the best safe identity with which you can survive. Understand, ultimately, your bioenergy, Kundalini, should be awakened by a proper method and With that awakened Kundalini, clean up your biomemory and muscle memory. Actually, once your energy is awakened, God particle in you is awakened, doing completion will be so easy. Just by remembrance, completion will happen. Just by the decision I am completing, completion will happen. Completion will not be a spiritual practice, but it will be a spontaneous process. With awakened God particle, completion will become just a spontaneous decision. I am done, that's all. You are done. Third eye awakening can powerfully make you abundant. Really, I am telling you. Just sit with your third eye and look into your life, what all the way you can manifest wealth to fulfill your plans. And every meeting, align yourself to your third eye and start. You just know what the other person is thinking and you will talk to make the meeting successful. Third eye is the biggest gift you can use in 1000 ways to manifest abundance in your life. Essence, the last word I want to tell you about this abundance is, let your focus be on awakening your bioenergy, God particle in you, powerfulness in you. From that source, let the wealth manifest. I tell you, it is law of life. It has to manifest. And when it manifests from that source, you will not be cheated. You will not be cheated. You will be there to enjoy the wealth. You will be there to enjoy the wealth. Having wealth and enjoying it. Essence of today's webinar. Focus more and more on awakening your bioenergy, Kundalini Shakti, God particle in you, and complete your biomemory and muscle memory.
Your energy awakening, our bioenergy, the God particle in us, the grace that Bhagavan himself will flow as abundance through us. The grace of the Guru is so important. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye awakening is taken from the Jnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodhadhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodhadhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. By fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and the inner space, through the power of third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam, by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully says the abundance simply happens when you awaken the God particle, the bioenergy in you, the ultimate goal in you. When we are stuck with our boredom, the mind constantly leading to confusion, conflicts, and contradiction leads to tiredness, boredom, and frustration, which only brings us more and more incompletion. And Bhagavan says, the grace of the Guru, when he awakens the Kundalini, simply the God particle, the bioenergy is awakened, and completion becomes a gift for us. It just happens, the thought of completion completes us, and simply we start manifesting as powers. The Balasans in Gurukul experience complete completion with the pain. Many times when they go through the pain, they just are in complete completion because they do not know the idea of pain. All these are the complete completion where you do not even experience the problem nor the cause of it, and you are in complete perpetual completion. Simply the whole reality happens as manifestation. When you know that nothing can touch your inner space, when the whole thing becomes irrelevant and it is not even part of you, the whole inner space becomes pure and manifests as powers. The bioenergy starts flowing fully when it is not blocked by the mind. The mind constantly creates a diversion, and when you use the same mind to start focusing on the inner space, the bioenergy, the Kundalini energy, by Bhagavan's grace, simply happens and manifests as powers. The sadhus in the Varanasi used to tell how these balasans, just by sitting and playing around, they can manifest huge powers of third eye, while they stand in one leg, do tapas for years and years to get one siddhi. Bhagavan's grace is so powerful that just by presence of master manifest any of the powers, that becomes very easy and the completion becomes so easy. Bhagavan says, and abundance showers in you when you are in the presence of the master, awakening the God particle in you. Here he says one directly sees the ultimate goal by having the vision beyond the sight. That is attaining the space of oneness with the source, with the master, with the Paramashiva, Bhagavan himself, and simply manifest as powers. So let's go to the Apta Pramana of going around the obstacles. This is from Sai Sach Charitra, chapter 33, page 117. Once Baba told his devotee to go and give vibhuti to another devotee, Nana Shaba, who needed it for his ailment pregnant daughter, had only 2 rupees. Bapu Gir Babu had only 2 rupees, which was not enough to take him the over 100 miles to Nana Shab and his family. Baba told him not to worry and told him everything would be provided for him. Trusting Baba, Bapu went to the train station where he found someone waiting for him and who delivered him to Nana Shaba, the first class fashion, and even provided food for him. Once he reached his house, he gave him his vibhuti and thanked him for sending the person. Nana looked at him and said he didn't send anyone, didn't know anyone from Shirdi was coming. It was through the grace of the Guru, Sri Satya Sai Baba, that Bapu was able to overcome his obstacle of having enough money to travel to Nana and give him the much of the needed vibhuti. So beautiful how the masters in your life The master and surrender to the master. When you completely surrender and request the master to help, he simply manifests your reality. He says, I will take care. Simply that becomes a reality. Every word of the master is reality.
Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana are the Leelas of Bhagavan. Bhagavan narrates, I felt something open in me and I could see and feel how much I was alive inside my skin, the frequency, the same depth I was feeling. I am alive outside my skin in everything. Let's go to the Leelas Bhagavan narrates.
The world and the way I experience others and the world, all the three aligned itself in one line. There was no conflict, contradiction, or powerlessness with all these three. See, all the suffering and pain is because there is a conflict and contradiction between how we feel us and how we show us. The inner image.
Have you here with us, Swamiji? Are you there?
Susan, I'm here with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Was just sharing with the people a little bit about the Inner Awakening program.
This experience awakened a very powerful knowledge and vision, clarity in me. I was able to understand everything expressed, whether in the Vedic scriptures, Upanishads, or Bible, or the sacred spiritual scriptures. I was able to realize all the truths described in the sacred scriptures, and I was able to vibrate with those expressions of the sacred scriptures. I can say this experience opened the intense energy flow. It opened me to the metaphysical world and the powerful healing energy flow, and it gave me tremendous confidence, courage, love, life, and experience of enlightenment.
Shakshi Pramanas are the disciple devotees all around the world who are manifesting the powers by Bhagwan's initiation. Now we'll see the Balasans walking around the obstacles blindfolded.
Inside his and he has one of Swamiji's Rudraksh Mala inside, and he's inside his shirt color is kind of like a bluish color with a grayish bluish collar.
A little girl with remarkable gifts.
Be prepared to be amazed.
Then the blue. Then the yellow. Then the like a donut.
Wonderful.
We will now begin the Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies on the avatar. It is important to realize that Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam is the only avatar who has agreed to be scientifically evaluated, both in terms of his own body as well as the changes he brings about in other beings. However, it is astonishing to know that his avataric attributes and powers are exactly as defined by the 5,000-year-old Hindu yogic sciences. After extensive observation and study, now it is being tested and proven by modern science also. So now, let us take a look at how the scientific studies present the measuring of effect of being in the enlightenment state through the very imaging brain activity of Bhagwan himself. Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, whom we lovingly address as Swamiji. Swamiji himself has been subject to scientific studies since year 2004, and over the past decade, enormous amount of data about not only his altered states of neurophysiology, but that of his disciples as well has continued to be recorded. This impressive array of data will be presented systematically now as the Prataksha Pramana. Imaging brain activity. The result of Swamiji's PET scan test was stunning. The dominant hemisphere of Swamiji's brain was more than 90% shut down. It was as if Swami's brain had packed up and gone on vacation. It was quiet and still, completely at peace, and Swami had made it so at will. The region, which is starting point of the Anya Chakra or third eye, lower portion of its mesial frontal area, lighted up in a very significant way. When we later asked Swami what he was doing when the mesial frontal lobes lighted up, he said he was opening his third eye. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1 and Introduction, page 47. The third eye is considered to be, by many, seat of the soul. Were we seeing an indication that deep meditation can open an area of the brain responsible for communicating with the divine? Looking deep into the mysteries of self or creation, the PET scan revealed what Dr. Murali calls the brain's D spot, standing for delight, the divine, or even dopamine, the chemical through which our bodies experience pleasure. Initial indications are that meditation can stimulate it.
Dr. R. Murali Krishna, President COO, Integris Mental Health, James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light it up. They light it up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right here, right in the middle, probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches deeper.
From time immemorial, it is believed that great masters are always in the state of bliss or causeless happiness. They are unconditionally happy. With modern sophisticated equipments, we are able to detect this truth. The dopamine secretion is always abundant in the case of Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
The D really stands for divine spot. The D also stands for delight and the dopamine spot. What's also interesting is that he could at will go in and out of the states. So we asked Swamiji when he came from the scanning room, when we saw this one, we asked Swamiji, what were you exactly doing when so and so thing happened? He didn't know what was there. He did not see the pictures yet. He said, really interestingly, there were 3 people there, and he said, I opened my third eye. And that's stunning because I learned about third eye as a child, but didn't read about it for a long time, what it is today. But what he said was, I asked him to describe more in detail what does he mean by third eye. And he said, it's a deep meditative state. It's probably very, very deep state. But he said, it looks like a small petal on one side going and joining. Another side, another petal comes and join, and you join together, and then it becomes the third eye. Like a blissful state that you experience when you open third eye. So that's really a very, very interesting and fascinating finding, and we're going to talk about it for a long time.
The title of this paper does not mean that it is possible to close one's eyes and read a newspaper, but it means that a sentence can be read with the eyes closed when that sentence is properly presented to the eyes. It also means that a picture can be seen with closed eyes when a properly prepared picture is presented to the eyes. This is accomplished by making use of the X-rays to stimulate the retina. Everyone can have this retina stimulated by X-rays and see the light. Over 100 observers have been tested and everyone has been able to read letters with closed eyes. The method is extremely simple. The first essential is that the observer must remain in total darkness for 10 minutes. By the time he's able to see light when X-rays strike his retina, he may not be able after 10 minutes to see letters, but he will after 15 minutes in the dark. After 20 minutes, he can see and read the letters and see pictures. Source from Reading with Eye Closed, National Center for Biotechnology Information.
Setting up item for walking through the obstacles wearing the third eye, completely blindfolded. Set up the camera and timestamp with the timestamp, Nithyananda, third eye bands, obstacles, and pen to draw the squares to keep the obstacles. Take few moments to set up your camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen vividly and clearly, make sure the camera is facing you with a wide angle view, and if your partner is there, the obstacle course completely starting to end. And from the time you wear the eye band to the time you take the eye band out, please record the whole thing. Make sure these are extraordinary moments. Don't forget to record these few minutes. Guidelines to manifest the powers. Start. Turn on the video camera. Apply the Nithyananda on your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Wear the eye band in such a way no light enters your eyes. Set up the small obstacle course, like draw a square and keep all the obstacles so that you can walk around and zigzag way, and so that you do not bump into the squares or obstacle courses. Be very careful. Walk around it, and so that you are not touching any of them. So when just see through your third eye and start walking, make sure the video is recording. After seeing the obstacles are not moved out of the squares, if you're matching exactly that your path is perfect, then you're manifesting. If you have knocked down few of the obstacles, that's fine. You're started to manifest the powers. Start celebrating and sharing the video. You will start manifesting more deeper and deeper. Verify the videos are very authentic and clear. Verify and then share the videos with powerful cognition with others, families, and friends. Listen to others' experience for manifesting the powers of third eye and entangling with them.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya, where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now, let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here, first, we will see in Bhagavan's words, what is Shaktipada?
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought,
That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving. For all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password. And it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verifying process for the obstacle course using the completely blindfolded third eye. Using the third eye, verify that no video editing is done on Shakti Avishkarna Power Manifestation video. Verify video is not stopped or restarted during the process. All videos are verified with a timestamp. No peeking through the holes around the eye band. If not, please fix in such a way that no light enters the eyes. No seeing the pages before putting the eye band. No clues or hints while manifestation. No Bluetooth or gadgets during manifestation. If you have sleep eye band, professional ones, where no light enters, that's excellent. Or if you can get some cotton and apply the cotton before you put the eye band. Authentically walk around the obstacles which are placed in the square and make sure you're not moving. You did not move the obstacle out of the squares. and you did not trip or anything. Make sure all these are safe and fine. And please share the video. Thank you for manifesting the power of third eye.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham